love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's Big Deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
I love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's Big Deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
Football massive, get ready to score big with Just Bet Goal Rush. You could score a VIP football experience in New York. Our weekly prizes. All you have to do is place a bet worth $2,500 or more in store or online. Then complete the entry form at goalrush.justbetja.com and upload a ticket for your chance to score. Promotion runs March 1 to July 19. Grand draw May 18. But you still have a chance to score weekly prizes from June 1 to July 19. So just bet. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58(3) of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Just bet.
We're always innovating to keep you always moving forward.
Balloons up. 3, 2, 1.
Powell tiptoes forward, steps up, scores. Destiny Powell. Checks now, goes for a strike. Jamaica Women's Premier League champions. Frazsiers win.
In sports, it's all about pushing your limits, giving it your all. Sometimes, the key to winning is knowing when to pause. It's not just about performance, it's about taking a moment, finding your rhythm. Taking time for myself, connecting mind and body, and finding my inner strength.
Pause to find power, because in those moments, we discover our true potential. Pause is power.
Team, we need to pass the ball quicker. Much quicker. And you need to make sure. Need to. I'm the coach. And I'm the assistant coach. No. Your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water? I've got it, coach.
the world through rose-colored glasses. Try the new and delicious True Shake Strawberry.
Dawn in Jamaica women's football, and the finish was deadly. Chanel Spence has done it again. Gregory, goal!
Match day 3 of the Jamaica Women's Premier League. It's an enticing encounter up for grabs today. Frazsiers Whip FC taking on Springers United, traveling all the way from, I guess you can say, the second city, Montego Bay in St. James, here at the Excelsior High School. Hot conditions here, I must say, after some rain that we've experienced in Kingston, Jamaica over the past couple of days. But the surface looks good, and we're certainly prepping and rearing to go for what should be a very exciting game here in the Jamaica Women's Premier League. Frazsiers Whip, of course, the standard bearers in this league. 2 games so far, 2 wins, sitting atop the table in Zone B. Springers United may be surprising a few people considering their season last season, finishing bottom of the table overall, but it has been split into 2 zones now, and they've started this season in a very impressive manner. 2 wins from 2, and they're looking to pull off what would be a significant upset here today against, as I said, the standard bearers in this league. Frazsiers Whip won the league last season undefeated. Springers United certainly didn't have a very positive season last season, but as I said, 2 games this season, 2 wins. And they're certainly dreaming and hoping of what can be a significant scalp here today in match day 3.
Number 5. Miller. Number 7.
Both these teams, I would say, have really started this season in a winning mood. The only 2 teams in this zone that would have won their opening 2 games. Springers United so far yet to concede a goal. As a matter of fact, that would be a tall order for them to replicate today, seeing that they're coming up against a team that typically scores goals for fun. As a matter of fact, in 20 regular season games last season, a staggering 133 goals were scored by Frazsiers Whip. Springers United, I said that they were a surprise package so far this season, and that's because they would have conceded in excess of 100 goals last season, finishing bottom of the table, as I would have mentioned. But this season, they've shored up that defensive record so far, and they've been finding ways to get victories. So far, beating Real Mobe FC in a rivalry game last week by 3-0. That was a massive result for them and their psyche and their confidence going into this contest. And in their opening game, they had beaten Mile Gully FC by 1-0. So this Springers United team, they're plucky underdogs, but plucky underdogs for a reason, and they're certainly a team that can pose a lot of threat, I think, to this Frazier's Whip team, who have been weakened a bit since, of course, their exploits last season, all the goals that they would have scored winning the title in convincing fashion, I might add. But they're still a very imposing team. In the opening match week, they would have started their season with a 3-0 win over Los Perfectos, and then gone on to beat Federal United by 3-1. So as I said, they're not scoring goals quite at the same clip, but they're still finding victories, still executing to a high level. And with head coach Courtney Dowdy at the helm, they're looking to maintain their consistency in this early part of the season.
And number 24, Jalisha.
They have a lot to accomplish, this Frazier's Whip team. And in women's football in this country, they have already accomplished so much. We're moments away from the walkout of both teams, and I beg your pardon, I must have forgotten my manners because my name is Leger Williams. I'll be walking you through proceedings today. I personally can't wait for kickoff in this one. It's so intriguing when you see a team that would have struggled a season before. They've come, they've improved, they've gotten victories, but this is what I would say is their first real huge test so far this season. Well, I guess you can say Frazier's Whip is a test for practically everyone in any season, as both teams walk out. Did mention the conditions. It is quite hot here in Kingston. There was a little bit of a rain earlier, or some rain earlier. Hopefully that stays away for the remainder of this contest, for the entirety of it even. The team of referees and both teams waiting for the national anthem to begin. We'll pause for it now. Yeah, the anthems, or the anthem, in all its glory, sung by members of both teams. They greet each other now as I'm sure the excitement is coursing through their veins as they prepare to engage in battle, really. And it will have to be a battle, especially for Springers United, as they prepare to take on Frazier's Whip in a real David versus Goliath clash here at the Excelsior High School. And here's the starting lineup for Frazier's Whip. Daniel Flake in goal. Nevigale Abel, the captain. Asia Lee, a standout from last season's final. Carlita Savizon. Chanel Spence. Kersha Thomas. Krishana Reed. Danishka Ratri. Christina Samon, Tavia Gale, and Gilisha Gilbert rounds off the Courtney Dowdy led Frazier's Whip. And for Springers United, Kithoni Bagaloo, their goalkeeper, Shanique Parkinson, Delika Grant, Velisa Ware, Samoy Miller, Keshara Bailey, Trishelle Thorpe, Sadiq Woolry, Jordan Maxwell, Shanique Parkinson and Zaria Walford, their head coach, Paul Teagat Davis, a legend in Montego Bay football and practically all of Jamaican football, very experienced head coach. Speaking of experience, Nicole Wright is the lead referee in this game. She will be assisted by Mojolie Gale, Shireen Anderson as well. So big time officials for a big time matchup that we're moments away from. Just some formalities to sort out. Pictures being taken. Frazier's Whip already getting ready. Frazier's Whip, of course, will be in the pink and white. Springers United in full blue. Start of this game will be so important, especially I think to Springers United. Frazier's Whip will be looking to get a quick start in this contest. Really try and assert their dominance. Moments away from kickoff now. And we're on the way. Frazier's Whip kicking from right to left on your screen. Springers United the opposite direction from left to right. As Frazier's Whip look to launch an early attack and a shot that whistles past the right upright. And it looks as if it got a nick on the way through because we have the first corner kick of this game early into proceedings. It was a ferocious one as well. Christina Salmon it was. Testing Bagaloo early. What can this set piece bring? We know that set pieces have become such an important fixture in any successful team. That's a trend in football all across the world. Frazier's Whip are a successful team, so I'm sure they have some tricks up their sleeve. But Springers United deal with this one, at least initially. The pressure is still on. The shot is taken and it rattles the crossbar. Springers United still trying to clear, but the warning signs early from Frazier's Whip. What an attempt that was. Frazier's Whip still on the attack. And that's going to be a foul and finally some reprieve for Springers United. And these set pieces, especially these free kicks won deep in their own area, will be so important for Springers United. Not only for creating chances for themselves, but also just to stem the flow of the momentum, I think, for Frazier's Whip. And we've already seen what they can do with momentum. Already created 2 big chances, or at least had 2 big efforts. The offside flag is up. Despite the attempt from Trishelle Thorpe, the number 9 for Springers United. So a fast start for both teams, but certainly Frazier's Whip the protagonist in this piece so far. Free kick taken for that offside. And here comes Rattray down this left-hand side, attempts across. And it's going to be another corner kick coming up for Frazier's Whip. We've already seen the threat that they can pose from these set pieces, not only from the initial delivery, but also winning those second balls and putting resulting in some extremely dangerous attempts at goal. It will be an in-swinger, right-footed in-swinger from this left-hand side for Frazier's whip. Rattray will be to take it. Much better delivery this time. Unmarked in the box. And again, Springers United must be counting their lucky stars because that one deflected and just clips the top of the crossbar. Here's a chance once more. And in the end, it was a crucial intervention. A divine one even. As another corner kick is being prepared to be swung in once again by Rattray. It's a good delivery. Not cleared initially, but this time they deal with it well, Springers United. Or at least on the first occasion, it's going to be a throw-in high down the right-hand side. Referee Mojali Gale giving another throw-in to Frazier's whip. Tavia Gale preparing to take this one. Decent cross coming in, but claimed well by Bagaloo. Springers United goalkeeper. It's a pretty good clearance as well. And they've won the second ball here, Springers United. And they've done well, at least initially. But weren't able to squeeze that one past the last line. And here comes Rattray once more. Oh, that clearance wasn't good enough. And it's a golden opportunity that's not taken. Chanel Spence surely will want that one back. It came to her. And the goals that she scores with consistency, the type of striker that she is, she knows that she should have done better on that occasion. And Springers United really riding their luck. As another pass played in behind. And eventually cleared by Keshara Bailey. It's going to be another throw-in for Frazier's whip. The pressure incessant on the defensive line for Springers United. But so far at least, whether by hook, luck, or crook, they have been staying firm. Here's a chance once more for Chanel Spence. It was a muffed clearance from Springers United. Spence settled herself, tried to pick her spot, and that's an actually lovely save with the feet from Bagaloo. This time it's cleared. Long range attempt coming in. I believe that was Christina Salmon, who has already tested from range. And yet another strike from distance coming in for Frazier's whip. And another one that Springers United survive as they look to build out from the back here. Risky against the press of Frazier's whip, and you can see why, because they've won it high here. The cross coming in, unmarked, and this time the goal goes in. Christina Salmon finding space at that back post, unmarked. And she really couldn't miss and made no mistake with that finish. Frazier's whip, their pressure has been unwavering to begin this game. And they finally have their reward. It's a very well taken goal by Christina Salmon. Architects of their own demise, Springers United, trying to play out from the back. Clearly coach's instruction, but gave it up in a dangerous area. And once it was given up, it was always going to be a tall order to defend. And Frazier's whip surely made them pay. Christina Salmon surely made them pay with a very well taken finish.
Player number 19, Christina Summon, the goal scorer. So now Frazier's Whip 1, Springers United 0.
Frazier's Whip with another attack coming down the right hand side, and that's a heavy challenge coming in. Surely feeling the brunt of it is Krishana Reed. Really tough challenge coming in. Samoa Miller, I'm sure, will be on a tightrope for the rest of this game. At least to get a card, not only for the quality of the challenge that she may put in, but also because she escaped a booking there. Reed definitely feeling the brunt of that. Here's a goal once more. Frazier's Whip winning the ball high. Springers United knew that it would be a risk to play out from the back. Look at the numbers coming in, the composure as well to play that one back. Chanel Spence couldn't finish herself, but she certainly set her teammate up excellently. Christina Salmon couldn't miss, unmarked, all the time in the world. And it was an excellent finish into the corner. Bagaloo really could do nothing about it. And what Springers United wanted to avoid, especially in the early exchanges, the early moments of this game, the opening 10 minutes, they certainly wanted to avoid conceding. But they have certainly done that. And it's 1-0 for Frazier's Whip. Krishana Reed still receiving treatment for that heavy challenge from Samoa Miller. There will be a free kick after this stoppage in play. As a matter of fact, it was actually Delika Grant who made that challenge. And she has been booked as a free kick comes in towards the back post, but too heavy on that delivery. Confirmation of that yellow card to Delika Grant. It certainly was worth a yellow card. I was wondering why it didn't come out. They go short once more. This time they at least leave the final third, but only temporarily. And now can Springers United launch an attack? They're unable. And here comes Frazier's Whip trying to attack down the right hand side through Savizon. And here comes Springers United still advancing down the right hand side, but eventually ran out of real estate after what was a run of, I would say, 40 to 50 yards down the left hand side, unable to be touched. But in the end just crowded out. But there will be opportunities for Springers United, especially on the transition, especially since Frazier's Whip pushed so many bodies forward. Chanel Spence, number 9 for Frazier's Whip, trying to get some space, dropping deep for it as they look to build, and they're doing so well. The Springers United, they found some space and they're looking to clear their lines and have done so, at least temporarily, but it's going to be a foul headed their way. Trishelle Thorpe upended by Galisha Gilbert. She will need some assistance. Trishelle Thorpe has been one of the liver attacking players for Springers United so far in this game. That duel certainly has left her in some distress. Here it is once more. Went in full-blooded. Looks as if she got a blow in the face area, actually, as she was trying to win that one. But once again, it's going to be a free kick heading the way of Springers United. It will be their skipper to take it, Shanika Morgan. But they will be without Trishelle Thorpe for it. A big body to aim for in and around that 18-yard box. Long free kick taken. Frazier's whip with the first contact. Springers winning the second ball. And the third. Ducked out of the way. Did Felicia Ware. But that certainly will be, or might be at least, their way back into this contest. Those set pieces, winning the first ball, winning the second ball as well. That's a good pass coming through, but Bagaloo once again attentive off her line. And she launches it clear. Frazier's whip. Attacking. Handball called against Chanel Spence. Here's the infringement once more. Looks as if that one just grazed the left arm of Chanel Spence. And here comes Springers United marauding down this left-hand side once more, and they will get a corner for their troubles. Doing some really good work down that left-hand side are Springers United. A lot of attacking impetus down that side. And this corner kick, as I said, set pieces can be massive for them in terms of what they can provide in an attacking sense. So far, only 4 bodies in the penalty area. Not much to aim for, especially considering Frazier's whip have pushed a lot of bodies back. What can they produce? Not the best delivery. It hasn't gone into the box, and Frazier's whip can possibly get a counter-attack going. But Chanel Spence taking her time, assessing her options, finds a teammate. Tough challenge coming in. And it's going to be a free kick for Springers United. Nevigale Abel. Late in the challenge. Free kick coming up again, which skipper Shanika Morgan will take for Springers United. Can they make better use of this one as opposed to what we saw from the corner kick? They've taken it short. Tried to work a routine, but it looks as if this one will just run out of play. I admire what they would be doing, trying to switch up their set piece routines, it must be said, but I do think that just getting it into that danger area, getting it into areas where Frazier's whip will have to defend, is certainly the best course of action to cause danger. We've already seen that they have the capability to win the first ball, win the second ball. Now it's all about consistently doing that and trying to find a way to get shots off. Frazier's whip giving up possession once more. And here comes Springers United once more. Not the best clearance from Asia Lee, but eventually they do well. Frazier's whip. And a lot of space here to drive into, but well intercepted by Belishka Grant. And that was controlled relatively well, but cleared. Going to be a throw-in for Frazier's whip. The Springers United certainly growing into the game. Still looking a bit shaky defensively whenever they're tasked with box defending, but all in all, I would say that they have given a lot of effort in an attacking sense so far in this game. Frazier's Whip so far with the quality, however, and that's a quality pass out to the right-hand side, but intercepted by Springers United. Another attempted run. And that's going to be a throw-in down the right-hand side for Frazier's Whip. Keshara Bailey really imposing herself down that left-hand side for Springers United. A lot of runs with a lot of impetus. Here's a goal once more. Really good cross coming in from Chanel Spence. And once she took it down, Christina Salmon, there was really no doubt that she was going to find the back of the net, and she did so with expert efficiency, I must say. Frazier's Whip player down on that far side. Something that must be noted as well, because of the hot temperatures that we're experiencing in this game, we will see more players go down for injury. Of course, physical exhaustion is linked to picking up those muscle strains, picking up more muscle injuries. And we're going to see a change. As a matter of fact, she won't be able to continue. But in the meantime, a cross or an attempted cross coming in. That's going to be a foul heading the way of Frazier's Whip for sure. It was Trishelle Thorpe trying to make her way back. Here's a foul once more. Yeah, extremely late in that challenge, Thorpe. And once she would get herself in between the ball and her opponent, it was always going to be a foul. Bagaloo certainly interested. 20 minutes, 42 seconds gone, and it's an attempt from distance. It was struck well, and it's actually handball against Springers United. So a chance even closer in for Savizan. And she's already shown from that previous attempt that she can certainly strike the ball from distance. This time going with the left boot. What can she deliver? It certainly favors that angle. It's taken. She goes for more of a lofted attempt that is no problems for Springers United, and Bagaloo, their custodian. She takes a goal kick short once more. Trying to advance down the line. But well done, well defended by Gilbert. Taking her time over this set piece. Forcing a long throw, but well controlled in the middle by Savizan. And now they look to advance down the right hand side through an excellent pass that finds Chanel Spence. Cross coming in but blocked. Well defended on that occasion by Springers United. Not allowed to put that corner kick in, and Chanel Spence trying to get in. It's going to be another corner kick, quite surprisingly actually. Not quite sure, I saw a deflection there. It will be an outswinger. Floated in. Not cleared well. It's Savizan. Lays it off. Attempt. Trickles wide in the end, but once again from those set pieces, Springers United struggling to clear their lines. They'll get the first contact, they'll deal with that well, but it's that second ball that's causing them a host of issues, I would say. As Frazier's Whip wins it high once more. Still holding on to possession is Gilbert. It's going to be a shot from distance that's lasered. But lasered wide in the end. That one coming in from Nevigale Abel. I think that one was all in her body positioning. The technique was okay, but the positioning was always facing towards goal. Hence the shot was drifting wide always. Springers United still maintaining that they're going to play out from the back, but Frazier's Whip are expecting it. They're pressing high, and they're doing a good job of winning the ball high as well. And they've done so once more to win a throw-in high on that right-hand side. Chanel Spence did start down the middle of the attack, but now operating high and wide on the right. Savizon doing well, evading pressure, finding a teammate. Will there be a crossing? Now there is. Dealt with well initially. But once again, the second ball not dealt with well enough, and that cross didn't quite wrap her foot around it well enough, did Tavia Gale. And in the end, that's another attack down the drain for Frazier's Whip. Springers United once more setting up for a short goal kick. At least short initially. But Frazier's Whip win it high once more. And that one goes over the top, or at least attempted to go over the top for Springers United. There's confirmation of a change that we saw for Frazier's Whip. Krishana Reed making her way off. She was involved in a duel earlier that left her on the turf. Seems as if she hasn't been able to recover. And Rochelle Chang has made her way on for her. But in the meantime, there will be a free kick for Frazier's Whip. A good distance away from goal, so not quite expecting a direct shot. Asia Lee and Nevigale Abel standing over this set piece. Referee Moja Lee Gale dealing with an issue off ball. You will be able to take this set piece. 5 Frazier's Whip players in the area, or at least approaching the area, but Abel goes for goal. And it doesn't really trouble Bagaloo as she watches that one sail wide right of her post. Once again, a short goal kick from Springers United. And once again, Frazier's Whip able to intercept their passes. Here's a set piece once more that came in from Abel. Here's Ratchery trying to pass the ball down the line. Abel does well, finds Ratchery. That pass just too heavy for her. Hearing a lot of talk from the Frazier's Whip players, possibly a little bit perturbed that they haven't found a way to double their lead at minimum in this game so far. But after close to 28 minutes, they have created the better chances, practically all of the chances in the contest. But only one goal to show for it. And they have possession once more through Thomas, who tries to find a pass forward. It's intercepted. But Chanel Spence does well. She's driving forward, looking for a pass. Rattray trying to cut in on her favored right foot, but defended well by Woolery. Springers United finding a way forward. Frazsiers Whip still dealing with those issues comfortably. And Kershaw Thomas comfortably drives out of the back. Here's Savizan. Looks again for Abel when there was a lot of real estate to the right hand side. Jashika Harris offside.
She coming off the fancy tight. She coming off the fancy tight. Follow the tight so when you run there, don't see black.
Here's Abel. Skipper for Frazsiers Whip. We've already seen one goal from Christina Salmon. She's attempting to get a second there, but didn't catch that one as sweetly as she did for the opener in this contest. Well marshaled once more from Kershaw Thomas. But that pass, not good enough. And Springers United possibly launching an attack now. It's good dribbling and close control initially, at least by Ellis. But Abel driving forward here, Salmon. Savizan. Now Rattray. She does well. Left hand side. It's a decent attempted shot, but blocked well by Morgan. Rattray once more. Savizan. Good tackle by Morgan. Salmon. Salmon again. That was some lovely liquid football from Frazsiers Whip. It's going to be a corner kick, but it could have been so much more. Really good central combinations from Frazsiers Whip. 1 and 2 passing. Christina Salmon looking dangerous once more, but that was an excellent block coming in. It was Delika Grant who got in her way. It's going to be an outswinging corner kick coming in. It's met initially by a Frazsiers Whip head. That's a foul. It will be an advantage played. Now it's going to be a throw into Frazsiers Whip. Trishelle Thorpe couldn't quite get that one under her control. It's Rattray to Gilbert, who's trying to advance down the left-hand side, overlapping Rattray. But it's going to be a throw-in going the way for Springers United, much to the protestation. The Frazsiers Whip. Gilbert going forward, but over dribbled it slightly, and you can see the frustration from her side because she knew that she had the beating. There is a Springers United player down. She did have the beating of the Springers United defense, but just over dribbled that one. Some twinkle toes to evade the first challenge, but the second maybe put her off a bit. I believe that's Woolery, right back for Springers United, that's down, needing some attention. She has had a tough afternoon so far, dealing with the pace and strength of Rattray down this left-hand side. Here are the twinkle toes of Gilbert once more. Yeah, Woolery getting that attention. Always going to be a tough afternoon when you're faced up against Danishka Ratri. Powerful runner. A lot of skill down that left-hand side and a lot of pace as well. And this tactical setup that we see from Courtney Dowdy, not too much change or variation from what we would have seen last season or over the last couple of seasons. Loves to have his wingers occupy extremely high and wide areas. So it does leave the back line of whichever opponent they're facing off against extremely stretched, disconnected from their centre-backs. And in the end, that's going to leave a lot of space for them to attack as well if the fullback isn't touch tight to them. So it has left a lot of work for Woolry. And here is Ratri, the aforementioned. Tries to pass that one inside and it does break for Spence. It's saved initially but just sprinkles through. Chanel Spence, she had a better attempt earlier. Some controversy possibly, but the goal has been given. The save just couldn't be effected well enough by Bagaloo, and it's probably the first time she's put a foot wrong in this contest. And she'll surely want that one back. Once again, unable to deal with the first contact, Springers United. And they've been made to pay by Frazier's whip. Not quite at their clinical best, but they're making it happen. They're 2-0 up in the 35th minute through Chanel Spence. And here's Ratri, who would have just gotten the assist for that goal. Looking for a cross. She's found someone who's found Abel, but intercepted in the end. And Springers United, if they're going to get something out of this game, I think they need some sort of reprieve, some sort of rebuttal before the halftime interval. But Frazier's whip, it looks as if they have their tails up. And they're attacking once more. Spence looking for Savizan. Confirmation that that goal actually came in the 34th minute. Chanel Spence, who just passed that one inside to Savizan. Here's Abel in a lot of space and finds Ratri. Unselfish. Maybe a little bit too unselfish, but the attack isn't over. Not before a fantastic challenge comes in from Shanika Morgan. Ratri had the goal at her mercy, but opted to pass it across goal. Possibly not the worst decision in the world. But in the end, Springers United, they'll be thanking their lucky stars as we see a replay of the aftermath of the Frazier's whip second goal. Ratri passing that one back. Gilbert to Abel in a lot of space, not being closed down, takes a shot on. Not the cleanest save coming in from Bagaloo, but in the end, it's effective enough. Cleared away well from Bagaloo as well. But unfortunately for Springers United, it goes straight to a Frazier's whip player. Savizan does well. Spence in acres of space. Goal scorer of the second goal for Frazier's whip. Salmon putting the cross in, and that one, somehow not walked across the line from the skipper Abel, but the pressure still there. Gilbert does well. Ratri unable to find a teammate. Lee finding Gilbert to Savizan. Savizan does well, evades one challenge, then two, looking for the foul, unable to get it. And Asia Lee called up for the infringement against Jashika Harris. Christina Salmon just dinking that one across. And you would have put some serious money on Asia Lee finishing, or I beg your pardon, the captain Nevigale Abel finishing. Well claimed by Daniel Flake, the custodian for Springers. I beg your pardon, Frazier's whip. Hasn't had much to do in this game. But quick off for a line to deny Springers any chance to get in behind. Looking for a pass. It was a dangerous one from Spence. And here comes Springers United. This is a big chance. But couldn't pick a corner. Could not pick a corner. Ashley Ellis, 1-on-1. She'll surely want that one back. She had time as well to pick her spot. Could not. And that was a big chance for Springers United to get back into this game. Abel trying to race through there. This game has really turned up in intensity. Here's a chance once more. It was a pass played through. A hint of offside, but it wasn't called. And Ashley Ellis racing through. Maybe the pressure from Asia Lee caused that one to bobble just enough so she couldn't get a clean strike on. But she'll surely want that one back. It was a massive chance for Springers United to halve this deficit. And in the end, Frazier's whip fortunate. Chanel Spence, excellent skill there. And it will be a foul, curiously heading the way of Springers United against Chanel Spence. We've seen Springers cause some problems from these set pieces. Unable to do so on this occasion, and no foul called as yet. But the pass is wayward and it won't be troubling anyone. It will be a goal kick for Frazier's Whip FC. They're taking their goal kick short as well, but not as much pressure put on by Springers United to really affect them in playing out. Probably the smart thing to do to stay a bit deeper. Not cleared well enough, and here's Rattray coming in off that left-hand side, looking to cause problems. Trying for that pass inside. Gilbert once again dribbling just a little bit too heavily. Savizon finds Thomas, but she's lost that one. Springers United, I'm sure, will be calling for a foul there, but nothing called. And here comes Chanel Spence. Good challenge coming in from Morgan, who does well and wins a foul as well against Chanel Spence. Morgan has certainly been battling away for the Springers United team. Experienced campaigner, the skipper. And Chanel Spence is not an easy player to dispossess or outpace. She did both of those things excellently and forced her into the foul. Free kick taken by Morgan, but unable to connect with a teammate, and it will be a throw-in. Here's Savizon, center of the pitch, looking for options. Finds Spence, who does well to get that one under control, but unable to connect with a teammate. And here comes Springers United, winning that one back. But a loose touch has gifted possession. Rattray, substitute Rashid Chang unable to connect with a teammate. Huge clearance, but well dealt with by Kershaw Thomas. Frazsiers Whip, of course, looking to maintain their clean sheet until the halftime break at minimum. A goal now would certainly impact the thoughts of both coaches going into the break. Savizan takes on a shot, blocked. Chanel Spence now on this right-hand side, teasing her defender, but she stuck to the task well. Delika Grant, Savizan, Frazsiers Whip still maintaining pressure, trying to find an incisive pass there was Savizan. Less than a minute to go before the 45th in this game. Looks as if we're expecting 2 minutes to be added on at the end of that. And here comes Chanel Spence looking for that give and go with Savizan. That link up has been quite fruitful down that right hand side. Chanel Spence does well this time to evade her defender. And again, and once more, Salmon appealing for a penalty, and there was contact surely. Abel stopping the play so her teammate can get some attention. A couple of teammates, as a matter of fact, as well as a Springers United player. Weir, the Springers United player that needed some attention. Around a minute and a half to go in this first half.
Right there, Nicole.
Here's a challenge once more. It seemed as if someone was upended. She was a bit late to react, I must say. And maybe there was enough contact on the ball for that one not to be called a penalty. Booming clearance once more, but not allowing it to fall was Kershaw Thomas. Miscommunication leading to that one going out of play. Springers United trying to find a way to muster another big chance in this game. They have already, oh my goodness, Salmon, my word. Wow. I was almost lost for words there as I'm trying to dictate the game, but what a brilliant piece of skill from Christina Salmon. She had already scored the opening goal in this game, and she has already provided one of the most beautiful moments we've seen in this game also. Foul actually heading the way of Springers United, so they will get the last say in this half. And that's actually going to be half time in this game. Frazsiers Whip, certainly the dominant team. They've created the most chances. They've taken two. The first through Christina Salmon, and then the second through Chanel Spence. Springers United, they've put up a good fight. They've created chances of their own, especially that huge one for Ashley Ellis. But after 45 minutes plus, it's Frazsiers Whip FC 2, the defending champions, against Springers United, the plucky upstarts, to their 2-0 after the break. Short advertisement, and then we'll come back for some highlights.
I love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's Big Deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
Football massive, get ready to score big with Just Bet Score Rush. You could score a VIP football experience in New York. Our weekly prizes. All you have to do is place a bet worth $2,500 or more in store or online. Then complete the entry form at goalrush.justbetja.com and upload the ticket for your chance to score. Promotion runs March 1 to July 19. Grand draw May 18. But you still have a chance to score weekly prizes from June 1 to July 19. So just bet. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58(3) of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Just bet.
We're always innovating to keep you always moving forward.
Balloons up. 3, 2, 1.
Powell tiptoes forward, steps up, scores. Destiny Powell. Checks now, goes for a strike. Jamaica Women's Premier League champions. Frazsiers win.
In sports, it's all about pushing your limits, giving it your all. Sometimes, the key to winning is knowing when to pause. It's not just about performance, it's about taking a moment, finding your rhythm. Taking time for myself, connecting mind and body, and finding my inner strength.
Pause to find power, because in those moments, we discover our true potential. Pause is power.
Team, we need to pass the ball quicker, much quicker. And you need to make sure it too. I'm the coach, and I'm the assistant coach. No, your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water? I've got it, coach.
The world through rose-colored glasses. Try the new and delicious True Shake Strawberry.
Women's Premier League champions, Frazsiers.
I love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's big deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
Football massive, get ready to score big with Just Bet Goal Rush. You could score a VIP football experience in New York. Our weekly prizes. All you have to do is place a bet worth $2,500 or more in store or online. Then complete the entry form at goalrush.justbetja.com and upload a ticket for your chance to score. Promotion runs March 1 to July 19. Grand draw May 18. But you still have a chance to score weekly prizes from June 1 to July 19. So just bet. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58(3) of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Just bet.
We're always innovating to keep you always moving forward.
Hold our balloons up. 2, 1.
Powell tiptoes forward, steps up, scores! Destiny Powell. Big checks now, goes for the strike! Jamaica Women's Premier League champions, Frazsiers.
In sports, it's all about pushing your limits, giving it your all. Sometimes, the key to winning is knowing when to pause. It's not just about performance, it's about taking a moment, finding your rhythm. Taking time for myself, connecting mind and body, and finding my inner strength.
Pause to find power, because in those moments, we discover our true potential. Pause is power.
Team, we need to pass the ball quicker, much quicker. And you need to make sure. I'm the coach, and I'm the assistant coach. No, your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water? I've got it, coach.
The world through rose-colored glasses. Try the new and delicious True Shake Strawberry.
We're back here, Jamaica Women's Premier League champions Frazsiers Whip taking on Springers United. And after 45 minutes, the champions, they're the ones leading by 2-0. There were a host of opportunities, but only 2 were taken. And we're moments away from kickoff in the second half here. And there will be a change for Springers United. Their number 10, Chiara Thompson, will be making her way on for Samoy Miller. And we're underway here in the second half. Springers United looking to launch an attack early. As I said, they did show a lot of attacking impetus in that first half, but were unable to really forge away. It's actually going to be a throw into Springers United down that right-hand side. Still Springers United looking to forge an attack. Frazsiers Whip unable to clear, at least initially, and they still haven't cleared their lines well enough. And now Frazsiers Whip can race free through Abel. And now the goal scorer, Salmon, but that's an excellent challenge coming in from Shanika Morgan to halt that momentum.
Substitution in the 46 minutes.
That's going to be a foul heading the way. Frazsiers Whip.
Number 10, Chiara Thompson, replacing player number 5.
Here's a challenge once more. Late was Weir. So a free kick opportunity here for Frazsiers Whip. We saw early in the first half that their set pieces can be quite deadly. And this is a good attempt, but very, very well claimed by Bagaloo, who apart from the second goal has had a very solid game so far.
Chiara Thompson in the 46 minutes.
Here's Chanel Spence operating exclusively down this right-hand side now. Spence once more down this right-hand side in acres of space. Waited on her opponent. In the end gets lucky and he breaks for her once more. Decent cross coming in, and it was a substitute who met it, Chang. Still yet to go out of play, still not cleared. Chanel Spence, however, unable to keep it in play. Here's a set piece once more. It was a very good attempt coming in from Abel, but claimed high, claimed perfectly, I must say, from Bagaloo. Frazsiers Whip trying to win the ball high once more, and they have, but unable to keep that one in play was Savizan. Throw-in coming down the line. Good footwork that time from Ellis. And now here comes Springers United looking to build, but Abel everywhere and anywhere intercepting that one. And she receives it once more. A lot of space here for Savizan, who looks to slip that one through. Unable to connect with her teammate, but Rattray picking this one up, and that's some good bit of skill through the legs of her opponent, but wasn't able to get past her. Springers now looking to advance down their right-hand side. Trishelle Thorpe trying to get past her opponent, but unable to find that space. Oh, that's some really good feet from someone who tries to find her teammate, but that's such an important intervention by Woolery. But the pressure is maintained. Here's Rattray. Good feed from her as well. But she's running down a cul-de-sac now, needing some support, and gets it through Gilbert. But her first touch, not the cleanest. She's still in possession, however. Finds Savizon on her right-hand side. Looking again for that switch pass, and the shot comes in. It's wide from Savizon. Always looking to create when she's in that area, in and around the D of the penalty spot, or the penalty box, I should say. Always looking for that pass. That's some good build-up play on that occasion by Springers, but unable to control it well. It's going to be a throw-in heading the way of Fraser's whip. Here's Savizon once more. Pass coming over the top for Rattray, who's able to keep it in, but unable to connect with her teammate. But she has found a way to dig out a cross. I believe that one was intercepted by Morgan, and it will be a corner kick coming up. Here's Savizon and her attempt once more. It looks as if that Bagaloo was certainly beaten. Cross coming in. That one is cleared well enough. It looks as if it will be another corner kick coming up now for Fraser's whip down the right hand side. And somehow that one wasn't squeezed in, you know. It was Rattray at that back post. And Fraser's whip really turning on the style, turning on the pressure. But unable to find that third all-important goal. Springers United advancing down this left-hand side now. And that's a good turn from Savizon, and wins the foul as well. So fleet-footed in those central areas is Savizon. Fraser's whip's number 7. Cross coming in, and there's a lot of space. It's Abel who fires it right at goalkeeper Bagaloo. The outside flag was up. At some moments, it must be said, Springers United, it seems as if they're surviving rather than escaping these at merit. And Savizan wins that one high once more. Here she's on the ball again. This time her pass goes through to Abel, who connects with Chang, trying to find a teammate. And that's an excellent strike. Absolutely stupendous strike coming in. Tavia Gale. She hasn't had many opportunities to foray forward, but maybe she should take them just a bit more, because that was an excellent shot coming in. Bagaloo reacted a bit too late, and all you have to do is just to be a little bit too late when the shots have that ferocity, when the shots have that accuracy. Frazier's whip, all their endeavor has paid off. It's 3-0 in this game. The shot once more, Bagaloo possibly should have gotten closer, but that shot, you can't take anything away from it. It was absolutely fantastic. And Frazier's whip well worth their 3-0 lead. Absolutely fantastic strike coming in.
Frazier's with team. Player number 20. Tavia Gale, the scorer. So it's now Frazier's whip 3.
Frazier's whip certainly have been piling on the pressure after, I would say, around 3 to 5 minutes of Springers United pushing the envelope and trying to create chances. They couldn't find that all-important goal to make it 2-1. And Frazier's whip, then they turned up the style, they turned up the flair, started to create chances of their own, and they found their third goal. Here's their first through Christina Salmon. Really good finish from the number 19. Took that goal extremely well.
Substitution for the
and then the second goal coming in. Chanel Spence should have been dealt with better by Bagaloo, but in the end it was a second goal for Frazier's whip. And then this one, the pick of the bunch, Tavia Gale, an absolutely fantastic strike.
Maxwell replaced Jessica Harris. That substitution was in the 54th minute.
Again, Springers United trying to find a way beyond the last line.
Number 22, Harris out. Number 12, Maxwell in. Substitution, 54th minute. And in the 55th minute,
a lot of bodies and time and space, but unable to connect. And that's going to be a foul heading the way of Springers United. And well done to claim that one. Once again, she hasn't had much to do, Flake, in the Frazier's whip goal, but what she has had to do, she's done it with consummate ease. Of course, made that massive save to keep it at 2-0 towards the end of the first half. And our team have rewarded her by scoring a third. And here's Chanel Spence as they look to add a fourth. Savizan again looking for that incisive pass, unable to connect with her teammate. And here comes Springers. Offside flag risen against Ellis. Chang trying to find a way in behind. Morgan cleaning up. Waiting for the ball to get a throw in this game. Delika Grant to take it for Springers United. Spence wins it high. Connects with Abel. Spence once more down the right hand side. Unable to meet her marker. And Morgan trying some tricks to get out of trouble, but she wins a throw-in for Springers United. There's Frazsiers Whip trying to launch another attack, but unable. Savizan once more. Wins a foul in a promising area. Around, I would say, 27 yards from goal. It's a very central area as well. A right footer or a left footer could certainly take this on, but it's a skipper, Nevigale Abel, who has immediately put her name forward. Nevigale Abel with danger written all over this one. It's struck well and it's an excellent free kick. We said the danger was written all over her face as she stood up to strike this one. And she struck it excellently. The captain of Frazsiers Whip FC. An absolute pile driver into that corner. Bagaloo no chance as she scampered over. Absolutely pristine strike from Nevigale Abel. Fantastic goal to make it 4-0 for Frazsiers Whip in this game.
Frazsiers Whip 4. Springers United 0.
And it seems as if the Springers United floodgates have opened a bit. Savizan in acres of space, trying to win another foul. She was the one who would have won the foul for that free kick. If the goals in the first half were a bit scrappy, the strikes in the second half have been absolutely mesmerizing from Frazsiers with two long-range pile drivers. First from Tavia Gale, and then this beauty coming in from Nevigale Abel. Absolutely fantastic. They've never been shy about shooting from range. That one was well worth it. Throw in. Gale. Now here comes Springers United. They were trying for that pass in behind. They found one now, although they are forced back a bit. It will be a throw-in for Springers United. Trying to link up down this right-hand side are Springers United. It's a teasing cross coming in, yet to be dealt with. Chanel Spence tracking all the way back to try and deal with it. And they escape that situation with consummate ease. And now that they've broken out, they're really launching a great attack here. Here's the scorer of the last goal, Abel. It was someone who can do better than that, and we know she should have as well. That's going to be a free kick heading the way of Frazier's whip. Attempted long pass over the top. Springers United. Woolery intercepting that pass down the right-hand side. Springers United still trying to forge an attack. Unable to keep that one in. Ashley Ellis. Frazier's Whip looking to build out from the back. Here's one of the goal scorers, Tavia Gale. Now passing the ball around pretty comfortably. I think they've possibly knocked the stuffing out of Springers United. We've had such a promising start to the season, and I know that this loss, if it is to be a loss because there is still significant time left, will not deter them too much. Started the season winning their opening 2 games. Get back onto that in a moment as Frazier's Whip are forging another attack. Bagaloo dealing with that one, but yeah, Springers United already with the same amount of victories that they would have gotten in the entirety of last season from their 20 games. So already a positive start for them. Came into this game without conceding a goal, scoring 4. So at current their goal difference is still relatively healthy as it can be after playing Frazier's Whip, a team that usually inflicts some serious beatings on their opponents. And they have had moments where they have caused a lot of issues for the defending champions. So a lot to be positive about so far. But Frazier's Whip certainly in the second half, especially the 50th minute and beyond, they've really put their foot down and stamped a lot of class on proceedings. As we have another change. It's the end of Keshara Bailey for Springers United. Tamoy Ivy making her way on. It's a tough challenge for the substitute just coming on the pitch. Asia Lee comfortable, however. There's going to be a corner kick coming up for Frazsiers with 20 minutes to go in this one. The champions, many would say that they haven't been quite as dominant as last season so far, but they're certainly ramping up the gears and they have looked confident and comfortable for the most part so far in this game. There's a good delivery coming in, and Savizan and Abel got in each other's way, I think.
The Springers team, number 7.
Still not cleared, and Spence tries that half volley, rising volley, but always leaning back as she struck it, so was always going to be difficult. You can see here replicating the technique she should have used to get that strike, but in the end the shot goes over. It stays 4-0 for Frazsiers whip.
Number 7, Chana Daly, in the 69th minute for Springers United.
It will be a throw-in for Springers United now. Asia Lee unable to clear, putting her teammate under some pressure. Savizan dropping deeper, but in the end the attempted clearance from Savizan is actually going to lead to a corner kick. I would have believed that it would have been a goal kick, but the decision goes the way of the team in full blue, Springers United. What can they conjure up from this set piece? That one is just floated all the way over, not troubling Daniel Flake whatsoever, nor any of the Frazsiers whip defenders. Nothing doing on that set piece. Chanel Spence bringing that one under control well, and received the give and go from Abel. And I believe that's actually going to be a handball against Springers United. Delika Grant has to toe a very fine line, already been yellow carded in this game pretty early in the contest as well. Ball is actually in play, and well claimed in the end by Bagaloo. She was under some duress. Was the number 1 for Springers United. And able to bring that one under control. Ivy. And Chanel Spence, who has been everywhere down this right-hand side, but unable to win that duel. Here comes Ellis trying to dribble her way out of trouble, but the pass wayward, and Gilbert, who has been a live wire from left back, now advancing and finding a pass for someone, but that's an excellent challenge coming in from Morgan. They have been down, they have conceded goals, they have conceded chances, but trust me, the scoreline would be much heftier if it wasn't for the influence of Shanika Morgan. Attempted cross coming in. Abel working in tight space. Savizan at walking pace as she dribbles through. Chanel Spence opting for the cross, and that's going to be a goal. No, Savizan unable to get the right connection, and Bagaloo well placed in the end. Once again, Springers United more so surviving as opposed to defending these chances well. And here's Spence once more. Here's a chance from not too long ago. Spence with the cross. It was a good one in. Savizan met it well. It looks as if he just hit the base of the post and then went into the grateful arms of Bagaloo. Rattray fortunate to get that one. Savizan operating at walking pace now. Gale, it's a good cross, you know. Still not cleared well. Chanel Spence finding a teammate, but not accurately enough as they reset now. Frazier's whip. Ball coming through to Rattray. She's looking for a teammate now. Get some help in Abel. But in the end, who again? Shanika Morgan. And that's well done by Woolery. Of course, there are games being played simultaneously with this one over in Carter Park. Of course, I would never want you to switch away from this, but if you can, of course, split a screen. A couple of games happening. Arnett Garns leading Wi-Fi United at Carter Park. Arnett Garns, of course, a team that does really well in this competition as well. It's offside against Rochelle Chang. But yeah, in a game happening at Carter Park simultaneous to this one, Arnett Gardens leading by 3-0. It's a shot from Abel. Chang found herself in an offside position, still challenged for the ball, so offside, an easy call there. 83 minutes gone in that game, by the way. Arnett Gardens against Wi-Fi United. Gilbert advancing down the left. Keeps it in, barely. And it's going to be another corner kick coming up for Frazier's whip. Waiting to restart play. A couple of players needing some treatment from both teams. It's Woolery. For Springers United needing some treatment. And Abel, the captain for Frazier's whip, getting some treatment. Felicia Weir receiving a yellow card for Springers United. Earlier infringement. Still waiting for this corner kick to be taken as we tick along to the 80th minute of proceedings. Corner kick finally coming in. Not cleared well initially, but in the end it is. And it will be a throw-in now to Frazier's whip down their left-hand side. It's a good pass over the top to Spence. Can she keep it in? She can. This time beats her marker. And another. Looking for support. Finds no one. As that one was dragged back. Miscommunication between a couple of Springers United players. It led to a shot coming in. In the end, no harm, no foul as another substitution coming up. This time for Frazier's whip. It's actually a double substitution. It will be Rashay Chang making her way off for Ashleen Forbes, now donning the number 22. Throw-in coming up for Frazier's whip. Block shot in the end, but Frazier's whip deals with the clearance effortlessly. Chanel Spence finds a teammate on this occasion. It's in substitute. Forbes trying to find her once more as that one's cleared away. Kersha Thomas does well. Unable to keep that one in. It's Tavia Gale. There's a chance earlier. Leaning back as she struck it was Salmon. Here's Savizon. Hefty shot coming in. Blazed over the top from Savizon, who has been heavily involved for Frazier's whip so far in the game, but yet to stamp her class for the quality that we know she has. Trying to advance down the left-hand side now, Springers United. It's going to be a corner kick coming up for Springers. Going to be an incident coming up.
Check that.
Going to be a throw-in. Heading the way of Frazier's whip. Final score in that Arnett Gardens game that saw 2 more goals since the last update. Arnett Gardens winning that one by 4-1 against Wi-Fi United over at Carter Park. There's a double header there over in Portland. There's a pass in behind but offside against Rattray. Here's Rattray once more. Good pass to Gilbert, who has been itching to get involved in the attack since minute 1. Eventually cleared away. Good pass coming in. A lot of time now for Abel. Unable to keep that one in. Savizan. Corner kick coming up. It will be Chanel Spence to whip this one in. It does come in. This time repelled. Forbes trying to control it at top the box, and here comes Ellis. We've already seen that she can dazzle, and she's done well. But the shot never settled herself. Similar to what we saw towards the end of the first half. Unable to find a way to, this time at least, test Daniel Flake in goal for Frazier's Whip. Excellent feat though initially to burst away from the Frazier's Whip defenders. But the shot just snatched at, and in the end comfortable to be dealt with. So little time left in this game now. That might be the last big chance that Springers United can muster up. There's Morgan, who has really been, I would say, borderline fantastic for the Springers United team today. Has been so impressive, the captain. And that's going to be a pass through to Rattray. And that's some good skill. And the finish just couldn't match in the end. She's been so enterprising down that left-hand side. This time showing some real skill to evade her defender through the legs. And the shot just not good enough in the end. They've actually won it high up here through Chanel Spence, who doesn't opt to find a teammate. And here's Morgan, who gives up a corner kick. No added time at the end of this game, so more than likely this corner kick will be the last bit of action in this game. Let's see what they can serve up. Can they score a fifth? It comes in from Gale. And that's the end of the game. The champions Frazier's Whip stamped their class against Springers United. They weren't at their fluid best. Springers United did, in most aspects, give a very good account of themselves, but in the end, the class of the champions stood out, and it stood out by 4 goals. Frazier's Whip carrying on their excellent form. Frazier's Whip 3 wins to start the season.
Number 19, Christina Salmon in the 8th minute.
And here are the goals once more. Christina Salmon had an excellent piece of skill as well. Followed up by player of the match, Chanel Spence, who was involved on the right-hand side. Really well worked. And then that crushing strike. First by Tavia Gale, and then the one you just saw from Navy Gale Abel. It was fantastic work all around. They created a whole host of chances, conceded very few, and that's usually the recipe. Very well done by Frazier's Whip, a professional performance. Final score here at Excelsior High School, Frazier's Whip 4, Springers United 0.
A new dawn in Jamaica women's football, and the finish was deadly. Chanel Spence has done it again. Gregory, goal!